Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to solve a popular LeetCode problem using Dart language. The problem is find the index of the first occurrence in a string. Let's start. Alright, let's begin by understanding the problem statement. The problem is straightforward. We are given two strings, haystack and needle. Our task is to find the first occurrence of the string needle within the string haystack and return the index at which the occurrence starts. For example, if haystack is sad but sad and our needle string is sad, so the output should be 0 because sad appears at the beginning of the haystack string. Let's consider an example which if haystack is LeetCode and needle is Leeto, we will return -1 because Leeto does not appear in LeetCode. There are a few important things to note about the problem. First, if needle is an empty string, we should return 0. This is because an empty needle is considered to be found at the start of any string, including an empty haystack. Also, the function should handle edge cases like when needle is longer than haystack, in which case needle cannot be a substring of haystack, we will return -1. So now that we have understand the problem, let's dive into the code and solve it step by step. We will first start by defining a class called string, or which is solution, and we have a method. We are given with a method named as str or str. It will return int, meaning that it will return 0 at the index of the string, or -1 in case if it is not found or it is not a substring of haystack. Okay, so this parameter or this function takes two parameters. First is haystack, which is type of string, and needle, which is type of string. Next, first of all, we will check if the needle is empty. If it is, we return 0 because an empty needle is considered to be found at the beginning of haystack. If needle is empty, return 0. Next, we need to find the length of haystack and needle. This will help in future code. Int n length for needle length, install needle dot length. Same we will do for haystack length. H length is equal to needle dot length. So this is done. Next, we will use a for loop to iterate through haystack until the point where needle can no longer be fit. The loop will run from index 0 to h length minus n length. Okay, this loop will be responsible for giving us at which index the string needle is at the index of haystack, and also will keep track that we do not go beyond the length of haystack. For int I equal to 0. Next, this loop will run till it is less than h length minus n length. And we will increment by 1 on every iteration. I will minimize this. So in this for loop, what we are going to do is happening. Inside the loop, we will use another loop to compare the substring of haystack starting at 1 with needle. If any character does not match, we will break out of the inner loop. For that, I will declare int j is equal to 0. Next, and the loop int, sorry, we have already declared 0, so we'll just use j is equal to 0. and this loop will run until the j is less than n length, which is in this case needle length. J is less than n. Wait. Next, we will increment j by 1 in every iteration. This is also done. If the inner loop completes without, I guess I have missed something. Okay. Inside the loop, we will use another loop to compare the substring of haystack starting at 1 with needle. If any character does not match, we will break out the inner loop. Now we will see if haystack is not equal to needle of j, we will break the loop. So this is also. Next, if the inner loop completes without breaking, it means we have found a match. We will return the starting index, which is I. Okay, after the for loop, if j is equal to nth, we will return I. If no match is found after checking all possible positions, we return -1. Return -1. Great. So now let's try to run this code and see what happens. Okay. Now let's try to run the code again. So our case 1 is not accepted. Let's see what we have. Then int j is equal to 0, j is here is equal to 0. Oh man, here I have tried 0. Now let's try to run the code again. Great. Our both cases are accepted. Case 1 is also accepted and case 2 is also accepted. Okay, so our cases are accepted. Now let's submit the code. Okay. 7 out of 83 test cases passed. Why is that? Why is that? Instead of needle, we have to write in stack here. Let's try to run the code again. Okay, so our cases are accepted. Now let's submit the code. Great. Our all cases are accepted and code is finally submitted. Okay, so that's it for the video.